Yeah. It's about that time. Y'all know how we do. It's the afternoon. My gift to you when I'm productive at work and I get my work done sooner than anticipated is I get to come on the internet and talk that shit. There's some shit to talk about today, man. There's some shit to talk about today. That's just where we at. You know, let me see. While I'm waiting on y'all to get in here, let me do some prepping. Do some prepping. Let me see. I like to drop these jewels. Is where we at. Oh, I got too many baddies on my friends list. I pay attention to this nigga here. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what we got here. And we got a share screen. What we got? We got one of these. I ain't gonna have no audio on that. You share that. No, we stop sharing. We need to get to that point yet. I'm still learning how the tools work, man. Y'all need to get in here, man. I ain't got all motherfucking day. You feel me? I ain't got all day. There's some shit we need to talk about, man. And we're gonna start it off. For years on social media, man, the term when describing unhealthy partners in relationships has always been narcissist. Ever since niggas learned the word narcissist, everything has been misconstrued as narcissism. It's really a battle of the sexes, man. Men calling women narcissists, women calling men narcissists. A lot of people not even properly defining narcissism. A lot of people, man, just using the term incorrectly. And so, honestly, man, I had never dealt with someone that I would call a female narcissist until my last marriage, where I started like recognizing these traits as narcissism. I've been called a narcissist before. I think every dude with some good dick is called a narcissist at some point by women, but that's just my personal experiences. But I will say, like that's the term that gets through out there, like you're a narcissist, and so the homie Darius Durr, one of my Facebook supporters and friends, he shared a video earlier that I watched that it put things into words in the manner that I had not been able to, and I was like, damn, like this brother just articulated everything that I was trying to express about situations I dealt with in the past concerning women who I felt were narcissists. Even women I be trying to deal with now, you know what I'm saying? I feel be on some narcissism or some narcissistic shit. A lot of people really struggle to express what that is, so I don't really think it's being recognized and dealt with. A lot of times you can't expect people to address shit that they're not really aware of. A lot of times people be like, when did I do this? Give me some examples of me doing it. And we struggle to find those examples at the time because, we're not in the moment anymore. But in this particular case, this gentleman in this video explains what he feels it to be, and to me, it was spot on. So I'm gonna play the video, then I'm gonna get into it and share my thoughts about it. So let's see what we're working with. What's it? It's like, bam. I think it's like this. At this video.
I know y'all experienced this one before. Tap in.
It's what I call selective amnesia. Many female narcissists will conveniently forget or completely deny things they absolutely said or actions they absolutely performed when it serves their own interests to do so. This strategic forgetfulness allows them to shape narratives, avoid accountability, and preserve their carefully crafted image. By doing this, they create confusion and perpetuate an idealized version of themselves in the eyes of others. But again, this selective memory isn't accidental. It's a calculated move to shape narratives in their favor. It's designed to sow seeds of confusion, making it challenging for others to discern the truth.
They never remember the trigger, but always remember the response. And when it's time to share the story, because they're always the victim, they can remember with fine detail everything you did and everything you said and how you made them feel. But their recollection of events somehow gets so fuzzy when it comes to what they did or the part that they played. It's a dirty game, but stay focused, Kings.
That's a lot to take in, man. That is a lot to take in. Man, like, to me, that describes the majority of the women that I've dealt with that I would slap that narcissism label on. He said some things that stuck out, some key points. Essentially, what I get from all of that is hoes have horrible memories. It's that selective amnesia. It's that ability to not remember the things that they have done that may have caused you pain, to not remember the things they may have done that have triggered you, to not remember the things that they have said that they wouldn't do, that they failed not to do, and then they struggle to take accountability for what's confronted with that. Us as Black men, a lot of us deal with this with our mamas, man. We deal with a lot of this when it comes to Black mamas. And honestly, I think that a lot of Black women who were raised by these same Black mamas can recognize it when dealing with their mamas, but they struggle to recognize it when they're in a relationship with a man and they're the ones that are exhibiting that behavior. So a lot of us grew up with mamas who did things that when we bring it to their attention as adults, they say that shit didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think this is just a male thing. I think a lot of times we're like, Mama, you remember that time you did this? And we tell her about that thing that was traumatizing. And their immediate response is, that didn't happen, or you made that up, or that's not how I remember it. And it's a coping mechanism. Because a lot of times, man, we've done shit that we're not proud of as human beings. And the best way for us to live life and get past those things we're not proud of a lot of times is to not dwell on those things and to not focus on those things and put our focus solely on moving forward. And so a lot of times they omit those memories from their memory. They remember them differently. They do whatever they have to feel better about themselves so they can cope and not succumb to the pressures of the past while still trying to navigate life in the present and the future. I think that's something that a lot of women do. I don't even think that's an exclusively female trait. I just think that for the most part, men aren't afforded those courtesies by the world to remember things differently and live in that delusion of a reality. Because life really doesn't put us in that position to where people believe your reality versus what they think is the actual reality. And so I say all that to say, when dealing with certain women in the past, they'll do some fucked up shit. And when it's time for you to hold them accountable, you deal with the gaslighting, you deal with the omission of a memory, you deal with the revisionist history, you deal with the outright that didn't happen. A lot of things they do to try to make you think that you crazy or think that you tripping. But in reality, what the homie was saying in the video was they're just trying to cause confusion. Because if you're confused, you can't hold them accountable. All right. So then it's like, he was going a little more in depth as to why women do these things. And I think a lot of it has to do with them trying to uphold the false image of themselves that they have, whatever their perception of themselves that only holds up if certain things are led to believe to be true, only keeps the veil of their reality up. And a lot of times, man, a woman will fight tooth and nail to protect her perception. Whereas men will fight tooth and nail to protect their reputation. I think women fight to protect their perception. You know what I'm saying? how they're perceived, not their reality. I think women a lot of times go out of their way to hide their reality and put up the perception because of lots of reasons. I'm sure if you talk to women, they're going to give you lots of reasons that you probably could perceive as valid as to why. But the majority of it's probably going to be based on society's expectations or expectations they feel that men have placed on them in society as to why they feel like I have to put this perception out because if my reality comes out, I'm going to be judged. For example, there's lots of people on the planet Earth who are not monogamous, who choose not to be monogamous. I was going to say promiscuous, but I think that's different. A lot of times we mix someone not wanting to be monogamous with them being a promiscuous person, and I don't believe that they're the same. I believe they're mutually exclusive, meaning that you could be a person who just doesn't believe in monogamy. So you're just going to go through life with different sexual partners, not necessarily ever misrepresenting or sleeping with multiple people at the same time. Just going through life saying, okay, I'm in this relationship and this is over. I'm in this one, and so on and so on. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. However, society has placed these expectations on women that if a woman doesn't want to be monogamous or if a woman wants to sleep with different people at different times, then she is a hoe. So there's a lot of women who feel they have to hide their true intentions or their true realities from the world because they're going to be judged for their sexual behaviors in a manner that they don't want to be judged. Whereas if men do the same things, they'll be judged in a manner that is not perceived to be as reputation tarnishing. All things being equal, if you call a man a hoe and you call a woman a hoe, I think society for the most part feels that calling a woman a hoe is demoralizing to her reputation. Whereas calling a man a hoe is something that could be considered slanderous and something that's not nice to say, but it isn't demoralizing to their reputation based on the standards that society has set forth. So I think for that reason, this is why a lot of women have horrible memories because they don't want to remember a lot of their whole moments because they think that by somehow acknowledging that moment that they behaved in a manner that maybe isn't lined up with their values or the expectation or the perception that they put forth, that they're going to be written off and they're no longer going to be seen as a person of value. I've seen that more often than not, where a lot of times the narcissist tendencies come out of women because they don't want you to change the perception that they think that you have of them. They will do anything to keep that fairy tale persona paramount, to keep it at the front of your imagery of them. So you treat them a certain way. And I think, I can definitely understand that perspective because men are going to treat you based on their perception of you. So for a lot of women, it's incumbent on them to at least have the perception that's going to afford them the most respect in society. Hold on. I'm on a lunch break and that thing shouldn't be ringing, but I can't stop people from calling. But at the end of the day, man, like the narcissism that both sexes are showing has to come to an end. By just being honest and owning your truth, man, owning your truth. I think, man, women have to totally accept that they are just as capable of being pieces of shit as men. I think most women feel like that most men are bad and can't be trusted, and that most women are victims of those men. But I think most women struggle to accept that the reality is for every ain't shit nigga, it's an ain't shit bitch to lay down with them. There is no disproportionate amount of good men and good women. Like, no, most human beings are fundamentally flawed on so many levels. Most human beings have so much emotional baggage and trauma that they've accumulated throughout their duration on earth that it is impossible for them to remain objective in most situations. Like, because that's just how people are, bro. It's like people, for the most part, are broken. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, for the most part, are horribly fucking broken. And, like, if you really want to understand people, you really want to understand motives of the people that you're dealing with, you got to understand you. You got to be honest with who the fuck you are. You know, often my peers and whatnot, I'm viewed as this person that has this insight or knows people or down to earth or shit of that nature. But the reality is like, I'm just honest with my fucking self, man. Like, I don't put nothing past anyone because it's very few things that I can say that if in that position, I wouldn't handle the way that some people handle things that I feel like, I would have did that differently, with the exception of like morally egregious acts. I can't understand a pedophile or anything like that, but I can understand people lying with their backs up against the fucking wall. I can understand people lying because they don't want to disappoint people that they feel mean a lot to them. Said King Solomon was all. I can understand that. I can understand people doing whatever they feel they have to do for things to be in their best interest. And the reality is that a lot of people want people to treat them better than they treat people. You know, I mean, shit, a lot of women, when they're looking at entering a relationship, they want the man to do things for them that they feel they shouldn't have to do for a man. So just that in itself is you're wanting a double standard, which is most people. And I'm not even mad at women for being honest about it. For years, women have been honest about the double standards that they expect from men in relationships. And for a long time, so many men just went along with it. They didn't know no better, or they didn't have an opinion, or they weren't emotionally aware. They weren't allowed to feel emotions, but allowed to be like, damn, this don't feel good, and I think someone could treat me better, you know. And so now men are adopting a lot of those same traits that women have had for years by just having those boundaries and those choices. And realizing like shit, nigga, me being happy matters in a relationship. Because believe it or not, man, most men don't enter relationships because a person made them happy. They enter a relationship because the person made them feel better about themselves, and they feel like this person is a good partner. Happiness is not something that men really consider when we talk about entering a relationship, because happiness is fleeting. Happiness is one of those things where, like, shit, nigga, if you got the bubble guts and you get to use the restroom, nigga, you happy. Like, happiness is not one of those things that men really consider when entering a relationship. Men consider, does this person respect me? Do I understand the motivation this person has behind their actions? When shit gets rough, is this person still going to have my back? None of those things have anything to do with fucking happiness for a relationship. But women, when women enter relationships, they be entering relationships because they want to be happy. Happiness matters in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is like, man, a lot of times it don't matter if we're happy as a man. What matters is, are we respected? What matters is, are we achieving our relationship goals? What matters is, are we doing what's best for our family unit? That's the shit that matters to men. And so this is why a lot of times, man, when y'all in relationships and you're dealing with conflict, the first time that woman feels that she ain't happy, she's thinking, hey, I need to do something different. I need to put myself in a situation where I'm going to be happier. If men honestly thought like that, men would never enter relationships. If men being in relationships was contingent about the happiness that we felt in a relationship, we wouldn't do it. Because no one is happy paying somebody else's fucking bills. Nobody is happy taking care of somebody else's fucking kids. Nobody is happy having to compromise all the time, or you're going to deal with a person who is emotionally unstable. That shit don't lead to happiness for a man. Men enter relationships because we focus on the bigger picture. We value legacy. We value legacy. We don't want to be forgotten when we die. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about niggas. I'm talking about men. Like, men do not want to be forgotten when we die. We want to be remembered for something. This is why men want sons, because of the illusion that our name will continue and at least people will still remember a part of us after we're not here, as opposed to if we have daughters. And you feel like if she don't carry on my name, then it ends with me. Men value legacy. We value respect. We value social status. We value things that you have to earn. We value things that you can't necessarily buy. Like, men don't necessarily respect men with money. Men respect men with money who are down to earth and are principle based. You know what I'm saying? This is why a woman valuing education and getting education and all that and trying to impress a man with her degrees on the walls or her earning power, most men are not impressed by that at all. Only time a man's going to be impressed by what you earn is if he's trying to get in your fucking pocket. You know why a lot of men don't want women who have careers that keep them busy? Because most men are busy. And if you're busy when I'm not busy, then we will not have a good quality of a relationship, because by design as a man, I'm going to be busy. By design as a man, I got a certain amount of time I'm going to spend sleeping, and I got the rest of the time I'm going to spend fucking hunting and gathering, getting resources, and then I'm going to have time that I get to celebrate and share those resources that I've hunted and gathered with the people that I hunted and gathered for, and then I'm going to go to bed, maybe get some pussy, and get up and do it again. Do it again. Like, that's pretty much the life of a man. So when y'all talk about a woman being career-minded and being super, super busy and having career goals, if you busy and not busy, how can we ever maintain a relationship? This is why a lot of times men look for women who can supplement their goals, because if we're working simultaneously, then we can rest simultaneously. And if we can rest simultaneously, that means we can enjoy leisure time simultaneously. And if we can enjoy our leisure time simultaneously, that means that we can be happy when we're not busy. And as an adult, your life should be spent being busy, being productive, and being happy the times that you don't have to be busy and being productive. That's pretty much it. Or at least as a man, that's pretty much it. That's the extent of what it's like for us. You say I have to be happy on your own first. I agree. But most women enter relationships because someone makes you happy. When was the last time you decided you was going to be in a relationship with someone who didn't make you happy? So I call bullshit on that, because ain't no woman entering a relationship with no man that doesn't make her happy. Even the gold digger sack chaser bitch who all about a dollar bill, she not enter a relationship with a nigga who ain't got the money to buy the things that make her happy. Right? Happiness is what matters to women in a relationship. You know, I think women try to be objective and like, it's not all about me being happy. You're a motherfucking lie. Show me one woman who was married and happily married. And keep in mind, when you say happily married, that doesn't mean that this person does everything to make you happy. That means that they want to stay married, who feels they aren't happy in the marriage. Okay, so if you don't believe anyone can make you happy, only you can do so. Fair enough. But the flip side of that is that if you're around someone who's pulling your vibe down and taking away from that happiness that you feel that you've achieved on your own, you're not going to continue to deal with them. So essentially, we're back where we started. If the vibe from this person isn't one that makes you feel happy, you're not going to want to continue down that path. And it's not about like, I'm not even judging. I'm not even judging. So, you know, but since I got people in here now, I'm going to show y'all the video that started this conversation. I'm going to show y'all the video that started this conversation, and y'all let me know. It was about female narcissists.
Kings, I know y'all experienced this one before. Tap in.
It's what I call selective amnesia. Many female narcissists will conveniently forget or completely deny things they absolutely said or actions they absolutely performed when it serves their own interests to do so. This strategic forgetfulness allows them to shape narratives, avoid accountability, and preserve their carefully crafted image. By doing this, they create confusion and perpetuate an idealized version of themselves in the eyes of others. But again, this selective memory isn't accidental. It's a calculated move to shape narratives in their favor. It's designed to sow seeds of confusion, making it challenging for others to discern the truth.
They never remember the trigger, but always remember the response. And when it's time to share the story, because you know they're always the victim, they can remember with fine detail everything you did and everything you said and how you made them feel. But their recollection of events somehow gets so fuzzy when it comes to what they did or the part that they played. It's a dirty game, but stay focused, Kings.
It's a dirty motherfucking game. Nah, you tell me, as a woman, that you ain't never did none of that shit in that video. Trying to protect that sacred image that man has of you. Trying to make sure he still treats you the same way that he was treating you before you did that whole activity. And now you worried about him looking at you differently. Man, it's a dirty game, bro. It's a dirty game on both sides, bro. You're right, Sick. It's 2024, not a soul on this planet can say they understand women. Women don't even understand women. Oh, you know what, Sia? I'm going to clap for you because she says I have narcissistic traits sometimes. To be honest, girl, if I looked as good as you, I'd be a narcissist all the time. But that's not the point. That's not the point. I do appreciate the baby steps of you admitting that you have narcissistic traits sometimes. So let me ask y'all this. All right, if you got a black mama, right? Whether you are a man or a woman, you got a black mama. You ever try to talk to your mama about something that happened when you was a kid, something that might have been traumatic or something or whatever, something, and your mama tried to convince you that shit didn't happen? It's pronounced CIA. CIA. If your name is pronounced CIA, why didn't you spell it with a motherfucking C? We ain't gonna get into that though. It's confusing. Everyone has narcissistic traits, but not all are narcissists. I think you are what you do. If you got narcissistic traits, your ass motherfucking narcissist. I think no one is absolutely everything, except for me. I'm 100% real nigga all day, but that's not the point. The point is, I think that everyone has narcissistic traits, as you said, Catherine. I think more women have narcissistic traits than men because women are allowed to be narcissists in everyday life and not have that label slapped on them. And I go back to my question I asked about moms. You ever had your mama try to convince you was lying when you tried to bring up some shit that happened when you was a kid that was fucked up or traumatizing? Have you ever had that happen? You ever be like, mama, you remember that time that you hit me with that wire hanger? And she be like, that ain't happened. That's not how I remember it. Shit like that, right? And you like, but damn, mama, I got the scar right here. And then it turns into, then you must have did something to deserve it. You know? That's narcissism. That's fucking narcissism. They try to gaslight you that you was tripping. Try to misconstrue them facts. Oh, yeah. Misconstrue them facts. Baby, that's not happening. Or my favorite is, you were too young to remember. So it sounds like to me that you was raised by terrorists, CIA. Talking about my name's pronounced CIA. I don't even know how to pronounce that. How your name got 3 letters and it's getting mispronounced wrong. Because y'all spelled it wrong. But at the end of the day, man, if you see what I got scrolling down there, that's my mantra. That's going to be my new tattoo. All women ain't bitches, but all bitches ain't shit. Marinate on that. I know it ain't your name, so how you going to tell me how your fake name is pronounced? You done made up a name, and I done made up a way to pronounce it. So you're going to back off. Man, I think Jesus was a narcissist. We ain't gonna get into that. That's gonna be my next podcast. I'm gonna drop that one on Easter Sunday. Jesus was a narcissist. People gonna be mad as hell at me. What they gonna say? It don't matter. All I gotta do is tell Jesus I'm sorry later on, and I'm gonna be forgiven. That's how the shit work. You know. So, who y'all think is more narcissistic by default? Men or women? Clinical and practical narcissism and narcissistic disorder is a big difference. Okay. I like that. So basically what he is saying is that it's levels to this shit. You got narcissistic traits and tendencies that we always have. And then you got calculated use a motherfucking type A classic narcissist, watch this nigga, nothing's ever his fucking fault type individual. Nigga, you sound gay right now. I don't think men are more narcissistic than women. I don't, man. I think who is more manipulative? Women. Women are taught to weaponize their emotions at a very, very early age. Being the only girl in my family, let's see. Okay, so you're saying that you have a compassionate perspective because you got none of the men in the family, so you got to saw firsthand how trifling these women could be because you're dealing with the fallout from the men. I get it. Women have more power. You really think women have more power? I don't think women have that much power. I think women have more pussy, and a lot of times weak men allow women to think that the pussy is power. But if everybody got a pussy, it's kind of makes you powerless. So that's the thing. All women got a pussy, but not all men are protectors and providers. So I think men kind of have the power in that aspect because they're looking for protectors and providers. Just because you got a dick don't mean you're going to do either. A dick just guarantee you're going to bust a nut if you want a honey pack. You know, let's see. We have some good shit going on here. I would say this. I think that women are born narcissistic and men evolve into narcissists. I'm going to say that, man. You said because pussy is the cause of all the world conflict. When you spell pussy backwards like that make me think you like booty hole. Bernard. You know, I can't agree with that. I cannot agree with that. Man, actually, you don't have the power till you give it up. Captain, that's the thing. Like, there's no power in the pussy. There's no power in the pussy. There's no power in the pussy at all because all women got them. The power is in the attitude. The power is in how you can make a man feel about himself. And this is why I feel like y'all just don't understand men because the pussy is valueless. Pussy don't mean shit without a personality. You know what I'm saying? A pussy without a personality is just a fee-fee. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's no value in the pussy without a personality. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is like, man, it's always someone who will let you fuck. There's always somebody, and that goes for both. But men, it's like this point, man, pussy is just a formality. Men aren't looking for pussy. Men are looking for understanding and people who make them feel better about themselves. This is why, you know, when men cheat, men normally cheat with women who make them feel better about themselves. They don't necessarily cheat with women they necessarily want to be with. They be cheating because a lot of times the woman is holding them accountable and the woman is pointing out their shortcomings and the woman is doing the things a good woman's supposed to do to an extent, but maybe her approach is not working for him. So he go find a lesser bitch to feel better about himself. He don't go find a lesser bitch to build an empire with. He don't go find a lesser bitch to get a bag with. He go find a lesser bitch to feel better about himself mentally. So then he can go back to the bitch that he think he loved and try to give her what he had been giving her before she was holding a nigga accountable and the nigga's self-esteem fell into the damn toilet. You know? But women be cheating with men who just give them attention. You know what I'm saying? Like women be cheating with men that just give them motherfucking attention. Because they feel like I'm not getting the attention that I need, so I need someone that's gonna give me the attention. But attention don't make a relationship. Attention don't make a relationship, man. Attention don't make a relationship. What falls under narcissistic? Explain, Desmond, what falls under narcissistic? Because I know I'm a type A narcissist, but I don't give a fuck. I don't think me being a narcissist affects anybody but me because I don't make nobody deal with me. I mean, fulfilling a nut's a nut. I don't know if you know how nuts work for men, but a nut is a nut. All nuts are fulfilling. So it's like I never bust a nut, and I was like, that nut didn't fulfill. Like, nah, that's not how men work. I mean, like I see comments like this, Catherine, and it just put it in perspective. Like y'all really have no clue what men value at all. But cook on, sweetheart, cook on. Let's see, men cheating because he getting berated at home. Nah, well, that could potentially be a narcissistic trait, but no, I think that's more of a lack of self-esteem trait. That's just more so a person just having to find an external force to make them feel better about themselves. I mean, to me, it's no different than when you taking a test and you struggling to get the answers to certain questions, so you just focus on the ones that you already know. You just try to do something to make yourself feel better about yourself, hoping that you can get the confidence needed to get whatever else that you need to get done. You know? All right, you know. I don't think you celebrate because you understand men. I think you celebrate because you can't find a man that you want to be with. You know, I don't think that you celebrate because you understand men. I think you just, if you find a man that checked your boxes, you find a nigga in that church you're going to that checked all them boxes and you believe them, you wouldn't be celibate no more. You're gonna get that little Christian pussy right up. You know, but do you understand a lot of people ain't shit? You know, write the book. I will write the book, gotta be an audio book because niggas can't read. Niggas can't read. So you said narcissism is the extreme lack of self-esteem. Hey, I like that. I like that. Narcissism is the extreme lack of self-esteem. I don't know then. Maybe I'm not a narcissist. I got a lot of self-esteem. It's respect I struggle with. I got lots of self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Look at that. Jamal is right on. Cheeks getting clapped when you meet the girl. See, women always be lying and be like, I'm celibate. Like, no woman is single because the right option is there. You're not going to convince me that women are single because Mr. Right is in their inbox. No, women single because they don't like their fucking options or the nigga they wish was acting right on some other shit and she don't know how to be lonely. But you don't want to be celibate. You just ain't got the nigga to act right that you want to act right. That's not celibate. True celibacy is when you got the options that you want and you just valuing you more than a sexual experience. Wait, but then you not celibate. That house on the market, you just ain't got no offers that you want to fucking pursue. That's not, you know, that's funny. Because it's funny because women say, y'all wait for the right time in person. And men just wait for the right time for you to be fucking lonely and fuck by proximity. That's what we do. We just wait for you to be lonely and fuck by proximity. Because this is something that men understand about women. We talk that whole shit, right? But most women ain't really hoes like men are hoes. And I say this, most women aren't hoes like men are hoes. 9 times out of 10, if a woman takes on a new sexual partner, it is a man that she already knew. He been in the friend zone. Hell, some of y'all pull a nigga from the quote unquote brother zone, co-worker. It's someone that you already knew. that you find yourself in a position that you're ready to give up some pussy and it's going to go to someone that you already knew. It takes a very, very bold woman to give up some pussy to a total stranger. Most women ain't cut like that. And thank God that you couldn't be. Some of you hoes is, but it is what it is because nobody wants them bottom of the barrel bitches, no way. But the majority of women ain't cut like that. They like, hey, man, I'm going to fuck somebody that I feel comfortable fucking because I feel like I know him kind of. It could have been a Facebook friend. It could have been whatever, but you feel like you kind of know the nigga, and then you give him some pussy, and then try to get to know him better. Like, that's how y'all be operating. So men understand this. This is why we'll fall off in that friend zone and chill. Because we know at the end of the day, you gonna want to fuck, and it's gonna be to a nigga that's close enough to get the pussy. He may not be your number one choice. It may be because the nigga that you've been crushing on, he done stood you up. And now you gonna do some shit out of spite. Men get a lot of pussy out of spite. That's spiteful pussy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't speak to why you personally celibate. I mean, I don't fucking know why you not giving your pussy away to nobody, Catherine. I can speak as to human nature, and as to ain't no woman celibate that got the option that she wants to build a life with. Just like I'm gonna say, ain't no men out there turning down pussy from someone that he want to have sex with, that he attracted to, and he healthy enough to fuck. Like, if that's the one he want, that's the one you want. What you got, Des? You know, I don't know, man. I ain't trying to ruffle nobody's feathers, man. I don't know why you do it, what you do with your coochies. I don't know why, but I do know at the end of the day, that if the right man is there and he says the right things, you gonna come right out them panties. Emphasis on the right man. And the thing about that, when you say shit like that, it's subjective. Whatever the fuck is your right man. Like, by most fucking standards, he could be a fucking loser. But if that's what you into, that nigga gonna get some pussy, man. Ruffle them roast beef lips. I like to take my thumb and thumb it like a Rolodex back in the day. That's funny as hell, man. I don't make the rules, man. I don't make the motherfucking rules. We just trying to get to the bottom of this basic shit, man. We trying to get to the bottom of this because, like I say, all women ain't bitches, but all bitches ain't shit. So I just like to specialize in giving bad relationship advice to worse people, you know, because everybody think they the shit. Everybody think they the shit, man. And honestly, I don't want to live in a world where everybody don't think highly of themselves, man, because low self-esteem is not fun. It's not fun. I'd rather live in a world full of delusional women who have overinflated their worth than live in a world full of people who don't think they're worth enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly. Yeah. You know, hold on. My neighbor, I texted this nigga a while ago, and he just not responding. I texted this nigga a couple hours ago. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Sometimes we don't even be into the person. See, that's a problem, though. So, yeah, so this is what I want to break down to y'all, man. When I meet a chick, right? When I meet a chick, if I'm interested in a woman, it's a couple of things I want to know about her, right? First thing I want to know is, are you single? That's the first thing I want to know when I meet you is, are you single, right? If you tell me that you are single, right? The second thing I'm going to ask you is, are you fucking anybody? So I want to know, are you single? And you're like, yes, I'm single. Then I'm like, are you fucking anybody? And then if you tell me that you fucking someone, my next question is, why are you not in a relationship with them? Because if you single, but you fucking, why are you not in a relationship with who you fucking? And the reason I want to know that is because if you single and you giving someone else the pussy and they not in a relationship, and I'm hollering at you because I want some pussy, I'm not about to be in a relationship with you to get the pussy if someone else is getting the pussy without being in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I want to know, if you were fucking someone and you're not in a relationship, why? So if you say some shit like, well, I just need some dick. Okay, that lets me know that you're sexually undisciplined and you don't give a fuck. You fucking because your pussy said fuck and now you fucking. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Why would I try to enter a relationship with someone that's giving a pussy up without being in a relationship? Okay, Miss CIA Crystal. I don't even know how to pronounce your name, but I don't believe you, ma'am. I don't believe you. You're right. You're only giving it up to who you with at that time, I guess. I don't know what y'all define with because y'all be moving the relationship goalposts. Y'all be moving the relationship goalposts all the fucking time. Like I say, horrible memories. Horrible fucking memories. I don't make the rules, man. But like I say, if I'm interested in the woman, I want to know a couple things about her. You single? Okay, cool. I'm single. You fucking anybody? Okay, you got somebody you fucking? Cool, cool. Why you not in a relationship with who you fucking? Oh, that nigga broke. He just got some good dick. Cool, cool. Okay, but you a fucking broke nigga? Okay. I don't even want that pussy because if you've been in the same, you're the same goddamn. I ain't gonna get in your business. I ain't gonna get in your business because you fine. And hey, if I'm in the proximity that you ever want to get some pussy away to me, then I want to fuck it up. So whatever you say is true, baby. Whatever you say is true. From this point on, I'm pick me in when it comes to see a Crystal. I'm pick me in. Whatever you say, baby. I agree with you, sugar. I agree. I'm co-signing. Like who I'm with. Like, no. I don't be taking social media serious, baby. I don't be taking nothing serious. Do I sound like I take anything motherfucking serious? If I can take anything serious, girl, I'll still be in my second marriage instead of working on my third. I ain't taking none of this shit seriously, man. But I do judge you niggas by the shit you post, just like y'all judge me. That's why I fuck with you. That's why I fuck with you. Because you lie to me on this app all the time. And I appreciate that because I get lied to by ugly women a lot. So have someone like yourself is beautiful with them beautiful eyes lie to me like you lie to me, baby. Hey, I appreciate it because you could lie to anybody else, but you choose to lie to me, sugar. And so that means I'm doing something right. I'm doing something right. Facts. Bruh, I ain't getting into no relationship with nobody. I ain't had the pussy yet because if the pussy trash, relationship is over. Relationship is over. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know you got to be fucking. I like women with kids, man, because you know how many kids she got. I like this chick. I know she got 6 kids. Know what that tell me? She done had sex at least 6 times. She fucking. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know, because the older I get, the more I'm realizing that sometimes I be wanting companionship. Sometimes I be wanting some pussy. Other times, I just want a nut. And you got to know the difference. You got to know the difference between being lonely and being horny. Because there's a difference. They're not the same. Lonely, a conversation could cure. Horny, jacking off could cure. You know, you gotta know the difference, man. But a lot of times, man, you just be fucking lonely and you think you're horny, or you be horny and you think you're lonely. Right? Man, you think what's sacred? You think what sex is sacred? What you think is sacred, Catherine? Because these women just giving that pussy away. It's like, oh, so what's sacred? Sound like to me your uncle was a simp. Nah, man, pussy do got power to men that don't got no sexual discipline. The thing is like, I'm gonna tell you the easiest way to get some pussy for somebody. I'll tell you the easiest way to get pussy, man. Don't want it. Don't ask for it. If you want to get some pussy from a man, all you gotta do is be really polite to her, be kind, be courteous and respectful, and never ask her for no pussy. And she's gonna offer you some. Right hand to God. And this is my left hand, though. She's gonna offer you some. You know? Like, my whole thing is like, y'all know that a woman has decided that she want to give you some pussy up the first time she saw you. Like, for real, like a woman, first time she looked at you, she's made her mind up if she would have sex with you. Not that she will. She's determined if you're fuckable or not. That first once over. You meet a woman, what she do? She decides you up. Bitch just scanned you. She just scanned you. She just scanned you, got everything she needed to know if she gonna get that pussy up at some point in time. When she ready to get some pussy up, that you available to get it. I don't make the rules, man. I don't make the motherfucking rules, man. But yeah, man, I need to go eat. I didn't mean to be talking to y'all niggas all this time. I didn't get y'all damn near a good hour of my life. Gotta get back to work and shit. We need to do this a little later. Today we can reconvene, man. If you want to be a panelist, man, let me know. I know the homie Jamal is down. Definitely want him back on the show. Desmond is down. Definitely want him back on the show. Nigga need a better internet connection because it was horrible last time. I need some baddies, man. I need some women that want to be a guest on the show. Sia, your fine ass. Hey, you get on. I know my number's gonna go up because you look good, but hey, if you say some good shit too, even better. I need some women guests to be on here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's easy to get pussy, hard to get companionship. That's true, man. Unless you feed them. You feed somebody, I mean, then she gonna try to get you some pussy then too, though. I don't make the rules, man. I just report the news. Hey, you say you gonna get on. Hey, I see that her badass says she gonna get on. We gonna see. God, I want to interview you. I want to interview you. And by you getting on, oh, they gonna be watching. They gonna be watching. Let's see. Man, for real, let's do it. The women are hard to get on here. Hey, we want y'all on there. Hit the DM. Girl, I've been blowing your DM up for 3 years. You'll never respond to me. Never. What else we got here? You know what I'm saying? Cool. Yeah, you need to, do that, bro. Do that, though. Do that because it's about that time. I'd rather give my money to you than that non-melanated person that be walking around my neighborhood. They can get my dollars. Hey, man, I'm going to roll up, smoke me some reefer, man. Get ready to get back to this motherfucking jizz knob. I'm off work at 5. Then I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, I'm supposed to hit open mic tonight on no bullshit. I'm supposed to be hitting open mic tonight, so I need to do that. Just the last one of the year. So yeah, I need to fucking do that. Definitely need to fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I want to build a dope podcast team, good guests, good insight, man. I think I got a gift at this shit and I want to take it to the next level, man. But I just want it to be content that people fuck with. Right now, I got like 5 people on. The goal next month is to have 25 people watching me live and so on and so on. Let's build this thing organically, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me be the hometown hero. Let me be the hometown hero, man, and put the K on the map, man. But because we got some shit to say. We got some shit to motherfuckers say. But as always, man, I'm appreciative for everybody that comes on and watches. Every like, share, follow, all that, the comments. Appreciate that. It's always a good time. If y'all got topics y'all want to talk about, you can drop them in the comments. You can DM me those. I'll talk about whatever the fuck y'all want to talk about. I can talk about anything. My whole thing is I just want to encourage independent thought, encourage healthy dialogue, man, and hopefully we walk away more enlightened than we did before we came together. That's what it boils down to. But that's all I got for y'all for now. That's it. I talked sports a little earlier today, so y'all want to watch that one. Y'all want to hear me talk about them trash ass Cowboys because I did go in on them this morning. I absolutely did. But y'all be safe.